joining us now, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. By the way, what a beatdown of poor Chucky this weekend. It was like here, you like hit him down, pull him up again, hit him again, pull him up, boom. Great job. All right.
Well, that was fun.
This is serious stuff.
Yeah.
We got a dirty dossier paid for by Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
Everyone seems to care about Russian interference, but not that. Now you read this report today, and you hear the comments of both Durham and Barr. Your reaction?
Well, today is both chilling and encouraging. It's chilling reading the Inspector General report. It is stunning the abuse of power that we saw in the Obama administration, and sadly it continued over in the deep state for the first couple of years of the Trump administration. You saw the abuse of power at the FBI, the abuse of power at the Department of Justice. And I got to say, as an alumnus of the Department of Justice, I'm angry. I think there are a lot of good men and women that serve at the Department of Justice and the FBI who are angry reading this report. The very best interpretation of the Horowitz Inspector General report is that the FBI and the Department of Justice were manifestly incompetent. The IG report outlines 17 factual misstatements that they made to the FISA court, and that they were utterly negligent in ordering the surveillance, the spying of a presidential nominee and of a sitting president. That's the most favorable interpretation. The real interpretation is these were hardcore political partisans that hated Donald Trump, and they were willing and complicit to abuse the power of law enforcement and intelligence and spy on a political opponent. I think that's chilling.
Civil liberties and constitutional rights, something we both care deeply about. Every American should care deeply about. Where do you see this now headed? Because
And that's the second piece and why it's encouraging. I think this IG report is the first step in the wrongdoers being held accountable. I was very encouraged both by Attorney General Barr's statement and U.S. Attorney Durham's statement that more accountability will come, and I hope that those who abused power will be held to account. But I'll tell you why I'm also encouraged, because the entire Democratic show trial in the House is collapsing. We're seeing the media panicking. You know, you talked about Chuck Todd yesterday. The media is on full-on panic because what they hoped this impeachment trial would prove hasn't been proving, and it's like rats fleeing a sinking ship. The House, I assume, is going to have a partisan vote next week to impeach, but it's going to the Senate, and it's not going anywhere in the Senate. We're going to throw it out and reject it because it is based on no facts and no evidence.
All right, Senator, good to see you. Thank you. Great job with Chucky the other day.